Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dale Minio, powered by Soy Biodiesel. I'll head to Ohio Corn and Wheat today to find out how, with low prices, low demand, and high supply, we need to use trade as a way to sell corn. Thursday's update for midday will come from the Wyandotte County Fair, thanks to Nature's Premium Liquid Fertilizer. And on Friday, we'll also get an update from the Wayne County Fair, all thanks to the folks at Ag Credit. And of course, next week, it's the Farm Science Review. Well, USDA will release its September crop production and World Ag Supply and Demand estimates on Thursday at noon. After a summer of falling corn prices, December corn finally found a pocket of support last week, climbing back 22 cents by September 9th from the August 26 low of $3.85. Relying largely on 14,200 producer surveys in August, the August WASDE report estimated a 15.147 billion bushel corn crop based on corn yield of 183.1 bushels per acre. USDA's 90% confidence interval for August estimates pegged the crop somewhere between 14.1 billion bushels and 16.2, highlighting how loose production estimates this early in the season can be. The Dow Jones survey of analysts expects USDA to estimate a 15.154 billion bushel corn crop based on a record yield of 182.7 bushels per acre, down from last year's record crop of 15.342 billion bushels. Similar to corn, November soybean prices have also been on a downhill slide this summer, encouraged by USDA's August estimate of a record high 4.589 billion bushel soybean crop and record 53.2 bushel per acre yield. Crop conditions have turned drier lately, but August temperatures were surprisingly mild as La Nina delayed its long expected arrival. Analysts in the Dow Jones survey expect USDA to increase its soybean crop estimate from 4.589 billion bushels to 4.609 billion bushels, with a record yield of 53.4 bushels per acre. For the record, USDA's 90% confidence interval for soybean production estimates is not very good in August or even September at plus or minus 8.8%. Historically, USDA has had a much better luck with its soybean estimates in October, showing a 90% confidence interval with a plus or minus 4.2%. With increased production expected, Dow Jones expects USDA's estimate of U.S. ending soybean stocks to be raised by 560 million bushels to 584 million bushels, still the highest in 6 years. In the wheat complex, USDA is not expected to make any changes to its 1.982 billion bushel estimate of U.S. wheat production in 2024, as the next production estimate will come from the small grain summary on September 30th. The current estimate for the largest U.S. crop in 8 years and is based on the national yield of 52.2 bushels per acre. In August, USDA expected 828 million bushels of U.S. ending wheat stocks in the 24-25 crop, the most in 4 years. But so far, the new season wheat export sales are up 31% from a year ago, suggesting a boost in the export demand estimate may be in order. Outside the scope of Thursday's report, wheat traders are already starting to notice dry conditions for winter wheat planting in the U.S. and Black Sea region. Later Thursday, USDA's Farm Service Agency will also release its second round of Prevent Planted acres. Today's weather brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Here's the forecast.
Sunny, warm, and dry in Ohio. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Let's take a look at your forecast update. It is more of the same here in the Buckeye State. We're just a little warmer today than yesterday. Tomorrow will be a bit warmer than today. Humidity values stay under control. Everybody's wondering about Francine, whether she'll bring any moisture our way. It's looking more and more like the answer is no, not even in in southwestern Ohio. At this point, I am taking moisture out of southwest Ohio to finish the week. I think we see offshoot cloud cover here, but not much more than that. So dry for Friday, dry for the weekend, and dry for early parts of next week. We see humidity values creep up as Francine spins to the south, and I think that's going to be with us early parts of next week through midweek. But at this point, I'm looking at no significant moisture, no weather system coming in from west to east until at least the end of next week, and possibly even into early the week of the 23rd. I say that because there's a weather system trying to exit the northern Rockies. But first of all, it's moving slower, and secondly, there's not a moisture source for it to tap into right away as it gets into the central and northern plains. So it may be a late developing system for early the week of the 23rd. That's the way your forecast is stacking up. Keep watching for moisture. I don't think you'll find any. I'm meteorologist Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. The U.S. Department of Agriculture announced an investment of nearly $121 million to advance research and extension activities that aim to solve key challenges facing specialty crop and organic agricultural producers. The investment includes $70.4 million to support specialty crop production research across the United States and $50.5 million to support farmers and ranchers who grow and market high-quality organic food, fiber, and organic products. Specialty crops are defined in the Farm Bill as fruits and vegetables, tree nuts, dried fruit, and horticulture and nursery crops, including floriculture. This investment is part of the National Institute of Food and Agriculture. USDA touches the lives of all Americans each day in so many positive ways. In the Biden-Harris administration, USDA is transforming America's food system with a greater focus on more resilient local and regional food production, fairer markets for all producers, ensuring access to safe, healthy, and nutritious food in all communities, building new markets and streams of income for farmers and producers using climate-smart food and forestry practices. Stay tuned, back with more after this.
Get ready for the 62nd Annual Farm Science Review, September 17th, 18th, and 19th. It's more than a farm show. Explore over 600 exhibitors across 2.6 million square feet, providing equipment, services, and education for farms of all types and sizes. Tickets can be purchased at participating OSU Extension offices and agribusinesses, as well as online. Visit fsr.osu.edu to buy your Farm Science Review tickets now and plan your show visit. We look forward to seeing you at the 62nd Farm Science Review, September 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Hi, everyone. This is Dale Minio from the Ohio AgNet. For a quarter of a century, I powered my truck with biodiesel, traveling the state promoting agriculture. Biodiesel is a reliable, high-performance fuel that works in any diesel engine without modification. The best part is that with every mile driven, I'm fueling the economy, doing good for the environment, and supporting soybean farmers. Learn how using biodiesel can add value to every bushel of soybeans grown at soyohio.org. Let's check in now with Joel Panorwood as he has the latest update from the cab.
The latest in our Cab Cam video series, online today at ohioagdat.com. Travel to the southeast corner of Logan County to visit with Doug Henry of Henry Farms, chopping silage.
Kind of like smelling ammonia in the spring and silage in the fall.
He wasn't sure what to expect since the rain turned off after July.
We're running some red tail variety now that was put on the wheat stubble that's had manure pumped on it. Our moisture was 67 last night. It's obviously a little drier now when you get up on the hills out here, but we're saying 65, 66, so it's gone in pretty well. Let's let us relax a little bit. We were feeling the pressure under again. It was low 60s.
The silage they're chopping will go to their 500-cow dairy, and higher livestock prices and low grain make it a good year to be diversified, and also not too bad of a hay year their way.
We had a dry year, 88, 2007. I think the done year. As far as just having one day the spigot turned off, this is about as direct as any time we've had. Like I said, we took off a real nice fourth cutting hay, but there wouldn't been another one. Some guys that had a late second, there's not going to be a lot of third for them.
That full silage harvest cab cam with Doug Henry online today at ohioagdat.com. Thanks to Precision Agri-Services. More information at precisionagriservices.com. I'm Joel Norwood reporting.
And thanks, Joe. Hey, if you're marking your calendar, the 2024 Organic Farming Conference will be held November 7th and 8th at the Mount Hope Event Center. The Organic Farming Conference was started as a way for organic-minded people to gather and share ideas and stories about their farms and practices. It provides a chance to learn new things and about the many tools for organic farming. This is the 9th year for the conference, and once again, there'll be many knowledgeable presenters on the program. For more information, you can visit www.organicfarmingconf.com. That's organicfarmingconf.com. A full organic meal plus snacks are included in your registration. And Cooper Farms has released its full 2024 impact report, which now includes data on the company's commitments to water quality and conservation, land stewardship, animal housing, and team member safety. A consumer demand for transparency and sustainability increases. Cooper Farms continues to answer the call with new practices, ensuring care for animals, people, the environment, food safety, and quality. We understand this information is important to private label customers and end consumers of our protein products, and we want to be transparent about our efforts to continuously improve, said Gary Cooper, Chief Operating Officer and third-generation family farmer. Time now for the Louis Dreyfus Grain Analysis, brought to you by the Ohio Soybean Council and your soybean checkoff. Here's Ryan Martin.
Grain market is finished mixed on Tuesday, lower for corn and soybeans. We did see a little bit of a bump in the wheat market. We're coming to you live once again from the Wyandotte County Fair, Upper Sandusky, Ohio, recapping these markets and keeping our fingers crossed for maybe a little bit better day today. Big drop in soybeans, double-digit losses with a 20 to 22 cent move to the bottom side here. Not really good data out there for soybeans as we look at the past 24 hours or so. The absence of daily export sales on soybeans was something the market just did not want to overlook. The next two sessions of the marketplace are going to be defined by adjusting risk ahead of the supply and demand report and yield data that could be in that. Here's the big talking point. From early on in the week, and several other outlets have been saying this as well, the expectation has been that corn and soybean yields both grow from the last round of USDA numbers. Look, anybody that's here in the Eastern Corn Belt will tell you that we do not have the crop in the field that we had 3-4 weeks ago. So if there is a bump in the WASDE numbers on Thursday, it's going to be coming at the behest of the Western Corn Belt. It's not because of anything that's going on here. As a matter of fact, I don't see any way the numbers can get bigger if USDA is looking at an objective look at yields and specifically rainfall or lack thereof that we've seen here recently. So that's the big issue here. What does the market want to do in terms of trying to hedge its risk going into that report? Corn and soy harvests are going to be pushing toward about 20 to 25% complete as we move through the next couple of weeks. That's going to be key to watch as well. What do yields do? Had some very disappointing yield reports come in through the day yesterday. Expectations are that China's purchasing remains active into the holiday season. Brazilian beans usually don't compete with U.S. origin until we get into the next year, January, February, but we'll have to see. It all comes down to the WASDE here short term. I'm Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. I'll have the overnight figures after this.
Your health and safety are of the highest importance to your friends at the Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation. That's why creating safe work environments in agriculture has never been easier. BWC's free safety consulting services provide training and education for everyone in your work family. It's always a good time to make safety a priority. Visit bwc.ohio.gov and click on Safety Services or call 1-800-644-6292. The Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation has the safety resources you need.
Get the equipment and trucks you need at Ritchie Brothers' next Great Lakes Regional event on September 18th, 19th, and 20th. This absolute unreserved auction will feature online bidding. Items are located in Columbus, Chicago, and Detroit. Choose from over 6,600 items, including a wide selection of construction equipment, truck tractors, and more. Don't miss Ritchie Brothers' Great Lakes Regional event on September 18th, 19th, and 20th. For more details, visit rbauction.com. Again, that's rbauction.com.
Who wants them?
Today's markets brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. December corn up 2 1/4 overnight at 406 1/2. March up 2 at 425 1/4 cent. The November beans are up 9 1/4, bringing it to $10.06 1/2. January up 9 3/4, now at $10.25. December wheat, 578 1/2, up 4 1/4. July new crop, $6.14, up 4 1/4. October cattle closed down 60 cents yesterday at 176.32. The December was 176.42, down 37. Hogs were split with October down 25 at 78.55. December up a nickel at 71.15. Feeder cattle for October, $235.40, up 67 cents. And October Class 3 milk this morning is up 8 cents at $24 even. Thanks for joining us. This is the Ohio AgNet.